Well, fishers, we've got a bit of an Easter report for you this week. Obviously, everybody started holidays and a lot of kids on school holidays, and the fishing's pretty good around the place. Before I get kicked right into it, Lake Albert's worth the effort. Take the kids out there if you're not going to go anywhere. Take a few worms, and they'll catch you a yellow belly, a catfish, a cod. Pretty well anything out there at the moment, maybe even a redfin. So they're getting a few fish out of the lake. It's certainly worth the effort, and you don't have to travel anywhere. Those who want to fish the river's low, admittedly, but boy, geez, it's fishing well. It is absolutely fantastic. Getting really good reports. Surface lure fishing is fantastic in the river and the creek, and different areas in the river are fishing better than others, obviously. Had a couple of requests, what's it like up around Aura? It's a bit harder to fish up there because it's a bit lower at the moment. The river is low, like I said, and you're going to have a bit of a task, but you'll get around. Off the bank's probably the best way up around Aura. Mulwala, some really good activity down at Mulwala. You have the odd quiet day, but seems to be a bit more consistent than what it was. Some big fish, mainly in the shallows. I wouldn't worry about fishing too much in the channels at the moment. In 1.5 to 2 metres of water, trolling, casting, doesn't seem to matter a great deal. Anybody wanting to fish the Bidgie below Burrinjuck Dam Wall, had a couple of requests for what it's like there. It'll be very low, but over the last month or two there's been quite a few yellow belly getting caught there. Haven't heard of too much in the way of cod, but a few yellows, and there should be an odd few trout moving up there now, and that's up around Childala, Jugiong, up in that area. Anybody fishing up in the mountains, Anglers Reach up in that area. Look, the trout fishing's been a bit tough over the last month or so, but they are catching a few off the bank with bait, and power bait seems to be coming into its own, so it's certainly worth the effort. Talbingo Dam, yeah, it's all right. I'd be looking at down rigging or lead lining there without a doubt. Anyone putting in any time there, up around Sioux City, Lobbs Hole in that area where you're going to get concentrations of brown trout and that ready to go up to spawn. So keep an eye on that. I think that's where I'll be fishing. There's a few redfin in Talbingo at the moment too. Got some good reports from Wangler, but it's still in the main basin rather than up the arms. Now, this is very unusual for Wangler, but we're getting some consistent reports from the main basin. Trolling for cod and yellows. The cod aren't huge, but they're getting a few of them and picking up a nice run of yellows. Getting a few catties and yellows off the bank with bait and the odd silver perch as well. Blowering Dam. A few redfin coming out of Blowering. It's certainly worth the effort at the moment, but you're going to have to hunt hard to look for them. Trolling for a few cod and yellow belly is certainly worth the effort, but fishing off the bank with yabbies or grubs of a night time is definitely the way to go if you're after good numbers of big fish, so it isn't too bad. Anyone wanting to fish the Upper Murray? Depends on the height of the Upper Murray over the weekend. I don't know if they're going to vary it much, but it has been quite good. There's a fair few cod coming out of it. Canoe or a small boat would do the job nicely. I think you'll get some good results there. And the South Coast, you're not going to get it too much better. It is absolutely fantastic as far as the estuary fishing goes. Offshore can be hit and miss this time of year depending on the weather, but the estuaries are great. They're all fishing quite well, especially Wagga Wagga, Corunna, those sorts of things. Well, this is the Complete English Fishing Report for this week. We'll catch you next week.